I've gotten a lot of questions recently about using desaturation, so let's talk about it. Looking at these two palettes, it's fair to say that the top one is much easier on the eyes. This is because of desaturation. Colors that are close to each other on the color wheel naturally look good together. So, as you move closer to the center of the color wheel, or to white, and the different sections of colors start to converge on one point, it becomes easier to use a wide range of hues and somewhat disregard color schemes. Let's take a look at this piece by Marco Bucci. Notice how vibrant it is. That's largely due to the level of desaturation in Marco Bucci's painting. You can see that a lot of his colors are spread out across the color wheel, but they're concentrated around the center. Let's take a look at another example. You can see how I've kept the shading fairly monochromatic. Let's try to lean more into desaturation and add some variation to the character. Looking at their color palette, we pushed pretty far into the red, which gives us less freedom to move into other areas without it looking messy. However, we had just enough room to push slightly into the blue. This is a great example of how the strength of saturation takes away your ability to use as much variation in color. With the next character, their complexion is a bit more desaturated than the first example, so we have a bit more freedom in the colors we can use. Something that's important to remember is that despite this variation, the colors still read well value-wise. You can see that since we stayed closer to the center of the color wheel, we are able to push into other areas besides red, putting more emphasis on color schemes and saturation, like with the first example, or using a more desaturated palette to add variation, like with the second. The choice is yours, and both options are valid. It's really just how you're feeling and what you want to make. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped. If you enjoyed the video, have any questions, or have any suggestions for future analysis videos, please let me know in the comments below.